Today, no one can deny that countless men, women, and children are ravished by hunger and are undernourished. Many children die at an early age. Many more suffer physical and mental retardation. Those whole populations are immersed in miserable and degrading circumstances. Encyclical letter Populorum Progressio, Pope Paul VI. The movement of the missionary servants of the poor of the Third World was formed in the early 1980s. It first developed in the vast mountain ranges of the Peruvian Andes. The founder, Father Giovanni Salerno, an Italian priest and doctor, had worked for 18 years in this region of Latin America. Father Giovanni founded the movement in response to the continued request of the Holy Father, which calls us to go out to the greater part of humanity who suffer from hunger, injustice, and all types of diseases.
The movement was born to realize, amidst the poor, the desires of the Holy Father. And the first document that truly inspired me and served as my call to arms was the Populorum Progressio.
This is an encyclical written by Pope Paul VI, which discusses in particular the poverty and hunger of the world as is found in vast regions of the Third World.
The Church, Paul VI says, confronts this sad reality by questioning, imploring and inviting all people of goodwill to take upon themselves this responsibility. So I contemplated this invitation and said, if the Pope speaks from Rome expressing this desire, I, as a missionary, must do what I am able to fulfill his wishes.
And so the missionary servants of the poor of the Third World came to be. In order to be true brothers of the poor, Pope Paul VI said missionaries must be true imitators of Jesus Christ. Because of this, the missionary servants of the poor of the Third World assumes as his rule the imitation of Christ, a book upon which he meditates daily, forming him into a true missionary, into another Christ. With this goal of becoming another Christ, every missionary must build his life around three pillars, the foundations of his charism. Primarily, worship of the Eucharist, adored and celebrated daily. Next, devotion to the Mother of God, under the title Mother of the Poor. Finally, fidelity to the magistrate of the Church and the Holy Father. When the missionary goes to work among the poor, he goes as the Church, bringing all of her riches of love and grace which she bears for all humanity. Thus the missionary is truly Christ to the poor, to all in need, to all mankind.
Por Jesucristo nuestro Señor. Amén. El misionero, antes de todo, tiene que estar convencido.
The missionary, before all, must be certain of his mission, namely to continue that which Jesus began, to destroy sin. If the missionary does not see in the poor the face of Jesus, it makes the poor even poorer.
Hace el pobre más pobre.
Is aware that work outside of the church would be empty and its fruits sterile. It would not elevate the poor, but only destroy them because they would not discover what they really are, true sons of God. They would not be respecting their own integrity as such, nor would they be fully realizing their dignity. The poor need material help, that is certain, but there is a greater need.